Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today we will study about al-ism wa aqsamuhu and its types. Okay, this is your lesson number 2 from section grammar. The name of the lesson is al-ismu wa aqsamuhu. What is al-ismu? As I told you earlier, al-ismu, it is every word by which we can name a person, place or a thing or any inanimate object or anything else is named, known as al-ismu. Okay, al-ismu is the definition you have learned is the same as we have in English. What is the definition of al-ismu in English? In English it is said that noun is every word we can name a person, place or thing. Noun is the name of a person, place or thing. The same definition is here. Al-ism is the name of a person, place or thing, but al-ism has a broader concept. Okay, it covers all nouns, pronouns, adjectives and adverbs. These 4 categories are covered by the one word al-ism. Al-ism covers 4 categories of English. Those are nouns, pronouns, verbs, adverbs and adjectives. These 4 categories are covered by one single thing. We called it as al-ismu, the noun. Generally we translate al-ismu as noun, okay, but it has a broader sense in Arabic. Al-ism has 4 properties. Okay, al-ism has 4 properties. We will study these 4 properties in our coming classes. Today we will take a brief introduction of al-ism and its properties. Okay, al-ismu min haysil wus'ati. Al-ism min haysil wus'ati. According to capacity, the noun has types, capacity. According to capacity, the noun has 2 types. Okay, according to capacity, the noun has 2 types. The first one is an-nakiratu and other one is al-marifatu. An-nakiratu means indefinite noun, indefinite noun, and al-marifatu means definite noun. Okay, we will discuss its definitions inshallah. The second property al-wus'atu, then min haysil jinsi. Al-ismu min haysil jinsi. Okay, al-jinsu, jins means gender. Okay, noun according to gender has 2 types in Arabic. Okay, this is also has 2 kinds. Number 1 al-muzakkaru and other one is al-muannasu. Okay, al-muzakkaru we called it as male gender or masculine gender. Masculine gender or male gender. Okay, al-muannas we called it as feminine gender or female gender. Okay, then we have noun according to al-adad. Al-adad, noun according to number or quantity. The noun according to number we have 3 types. Okay, noun according to number has 3 types, that is al-mufradu, singular, and al-musanna, dual. Al-jam'u means plural. Okay, now come to the last property, min haysil i'rab. Al-ismu min haysil i'rab, noun according to case. Noun can take 3 cases. Al-i'rab, noun can take 3 cases. Number 1, it can be in nominative case, halatul rafa. It can be in Rafa category, means nominative. Nominative case, we called it as nominative case. Noun can be in al-nasab, halatun nasab, means accusative case. The third category is al-jar, al-i'rab. The noun according to i'rab has three categories. Ar-rafa, it can be in nominative case. The sign of nominative case is one dhamma or two dhammas. And the sign of accusative case is one fatha or two fathas. And the sign of al-jar, genitive case is one kasra or two kasras. This we will study in detail, inshallah. So we are talking about al-ism. What is al-ism? Al-ism, it is every word by which a person, a place, a plant, an animal, or a thing, or any inanimate object, or anything else is named. Noun has a broader concept in Arabic. It covers nouns, all nouns, pronouns, 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 adjectives, and adverbs. All these categories covered by al-ism. We have four properties of al-ism in Arabic. Number one, al-ismu min haisil wus'ati. Noun according to capacity has two kinds, al-nakiratu and al-marifatu. What is al-nakiratu? Ismun yadullu ala shakhsin aw shay'in aw makanin ghairi muayyan. Al-nakiratu, the definition is given. It is a word, it denotes any person, place or thing which is not particular. Okay. It is a word which denotes any person, place or thing which is not particular. We called it as an-nakira. The sign of an-nakira is it does not have alif lam in the beginning. Okay. It does not contain alif lam in the beginning of the word. If the word starts with any word which is not beginning with alif lam, then we can say that ism is an-nakira. And what is al-marifa? An-nakira, for example, waladun, a boy, talibun, a student, qalamun, a pen, kitabun, a book, baladun, a city. So these all are the examples of nakira. Waladun means a boy or any boy. A boy means one boy or any boy. That is not particular. And talibun, a student. Which student we are talking about, we don't know. It is a not particular. Student is not particular. It's a common student. Qalamun, which pen we are talking about, we don't know. That is the reason we called it as an-nakiratu, indefinite noun. Now come to al-marifatu. What is al-marifatu? Al-marifatu is ismun yadullu ala shakhsin aw shay'in aw makanin muayyanin. It denotes a particular person, place or thing. Okay? Al-marifatu means it denotes a particular person, place or thing. And the sign of al-marifatu is al in the beginning. Alif lam, it contains al in the beginning. If the noun is a name of a person, then that will contain or may not contain alif lam in the beginning. For example, Fahad. Fahad is a name of a person, so it does not contain alif lam in the beginning. But if we want to say al-waladu, instead of waladun we say al-waladu, al-waladu will be al-marifatu, definite noun, because it contains alif lam in the beginning. Whereas if we say waladun without alif lam, then it is considered as an-nakiratu. If we say al-waladu, then it will be considered as al-marifatu because it contains al in the beginning. Because the marifa denotes, alif lam denotes that it is a definite noun. The sign of definite noun is al in the beginning, and the sign of indefinite noun is it does not contain al in the beginning. Ammarun. Ammarun is also a name of a person. It also does not contain al in the beginning. If a name of a person is there, name of a person will always be a proper noun, marifa noun. Okay. The name of a person, name of a place, and name of a girl is always be a proper noun, whether it contains al or not contain al. For example, Aishatu. Aishatu is a name of a girl which does not contain alif lam in the beginning, but it is a definite noun, al marifa noun. Why? Because it is the name of a girl. Hyderabad. Hyderabad is a name of a place. It does not contain al in the beginning. In other words, if we say Al-Hind, India, it contains al in the beginning. Okay, it has al in the beginning, so it is a name of a country and also has al in the beginning. That is the reason it is considered as al-marifa noun. Got it? So, an-nakiratu takunu marifatan idha dakhalat alayha al. If an-nakiratu takunu marifatan, the nakira noun will become al-marifa noun. The nakira will become marifa when it contains al in the beginning. Idha dakhalat alayha al, when the al enters upon nakira noun. For example, from waladun we made al waladu. From qalamun we made al qalamu. Okay. From talibun we make at talibu. From kitabun we make al kitabu. From baladun we make al baladu. Got it? Now come to the definitions of al mudakkar and al muannas. Okay. Noun according to gender has two kinds. Noun according to gender has two kinds. Number one is al-mudakkaru and the other one is al-muannasu. What is al-mudakkar? Al-mudakkaru ismun ma la yujadu fihi alamatu tanis. Al-mudakkar is a word in which there is no sign of feminine gender. Okay. What is al-muannasu? Al-muannasu ismun yujadu fihi alamatu tanis. It is a word, it is a noun in which there exists a feminine sign. The signs of feminine are three in number. The signs of feminine are three in number. The number one sign is, first sign is ta'un marbutatun, round ta. Alifun mamdudatun, stretch alif, and alifun maksuratun, short alif. These three signs are the signs of feminine gender. Okay. Here the feminine signs are three in number: round ta, alif hamza, and alif maksura. Ta'un marbutatun, or we can say ta'un mudawwiratun, and alifun mamdudatun, long alif, alifun maksuratun, short alif. These three are the signs of feminine gender. If any of the sign appears at the end of the word, then we can say that word would be a feminine gender. For example, madrasatun. Madrasatun. Madrasatun is, in English we say school. In English, school falls under the category neutral gender. Because English has three genders, English language has three genders, male gender, female gender, and neutral gender. All the men comes under male gender, all the women comes under female gender, but non-living object and irrational object falls under the category neutral gender. School is a neutral gender in Arabic, school is a neutral gender in English, but madrasatun, school, in Arabic it is a feminine gender. Why? Because there exists a feminine sign. Round ta is the sign of feminine gender. That is the reason we say madrasatun as feminine gender. The other example is sahra'u. Sahrau. Sahrau means desert. Desert. So, can we identify the gender of this word? Yes, we can identify. How we can identify? We can identify with the help of sign. The feminine sign appears at the end of the word. Then we can say that here alif hamza, alif mamduda is there at the end of the word. So Sahara is a feminine gender. Sahrau is a feminine gender word. One more example, Sughra. Sughra. Here the sign short alif is there. Sughra means small. Small. Okay. Sughra, the gender Sughra, to which category it belongs? It belongs to the category feminine gender. Why? Because the feminine sign is there at the end of this word. Got it? In contrast, we have masculine gender. If any of the three signs does not exist at the end of the word, then that word can be considered as al-mudakkar. For example, khalamun. Khalamun, a pen. Pen is a neutral gender in Arabic, whereas khalam is a masculine gender in Arabic. A pen is a neutral gender in English, whereas khalam is a masculine gender in Arabic. We see the word in Arabic, not in English. Okay. When we are finding the gender, we must observe the Arabic word instead of concentrating English word. Okay. Qalamun. Qalamun is a male gender. Why? Because these signs does not exist at the end of the word. Instead it appears, here it appears meme. Meme is there. No round ta, no alif mamduda, no alif maksura. So qalam is a masculine gender. Now another example, talibun. Talibun, student. Masjidun. Masjidun is the name of a place. Masjidun. Masjidun is the name of a place. Mosque, masjid. So masjid is also a which gender? It belongs to male gender. Just we are taking the short descriptions of all these categories. Then we will study these categories in detail in our coming classes. Now come to al-adadu, number. Noun according to number has three kinds. Al-mufradu, singular, it denotes one person, place or thing. Al-musanna, dual, it denotes two persons, places or things. Al-jama means plural, it denotes more than two persons, places or thing. Or we may say more, it denotes three or more persons, places or things. For example, singulars example are waladun, kitabun, masjidun. Qalamun, talibun, masjidun. Musanna, dual, it denotes two persons. We can form dual by suffixing alif and noon kasra, noon maksur to the singular noun. For example, qalamun is a singular, then we will add alif noon maksur to it, then it will become qalamani. Instead of, we will replace tanween, tanweenu zammin, double zamma tanween with fatha. Then it will become qalamani, two pens, talibani, two students, masjidani, two masjids. Then plural. Plural in Arabic, it denotes three or more persons, places or things like aqlamun, pens, tullabun, students, and masajidu, many mosques. Okay. Then jama is jama, we have two kinds of jamas in jama means plural. We have two kinds of plurals. Okay. Now we will learn about al-i'rab, case. What are case endings? Case endings are nothing but the signs, diacritical marks appears on the words. Okay. The diacritical marks appears on the word known as al-i'rab. For example, we have waladun or al-waladu. This is the sign of nominative case. One zamma or two zammas. One zamma or two zammas are the signs of nominative case. If we write waladan or al-walada, waladan or al-walada, this is in accusative case. Waladun is in nominative case. Waladan and al-walada is in accusative case. And waladin or al-waladi are in genitive case. By default, every ism, every noun is in nominative case. Okay. Nominative case, accusative case, and genitive case. Got it? This is a brief and short introduction of al-ismu wa aqsamuhu. Inshallah, we will learn about this in detail in our later classes, in our coming classes. With this, we will stop here and we will start doubt clarification session. Okay? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi.